Here are images of the 1776 continental currency, Fugio dollar, the earliest pattern coin bearing the date 1776, and the 1976 Bicentennial Eisenhower dollar, sometimes still called the 1776 to 1976 dollar, including silver uncirculated versions. Let me walk you through their complete histories, geography, circulation, and the meaning of uncirculated condition in a detailed narrative. Part 1. The 1776 continental currency dollar, Fugio or Franklin dollar. History and geography. Designed by Benjamin Franklin, this coin or token features a Latin motto Fugio, I flee/fly, a sundial, and the phrase, mind your business. A rebus meant to remind that time flies and people should be productive. The reverse shows 13 chain links encircling the motto We Are One, symbolizing unity among the 13 colonies. Struck in 1776, likely in New York, on planchets made of pewter, with a few examples in brass and silver. Approximately 6,000 were produced. Today, only about 100 survive, especially in pewter. Silver examples are extremely rare. Circulation and controversy. No documentation confirms the Continental Congress formally authorized these as circulating currency. Numismatists now suspect they were likely produced in London as commemorative pieces or tokens, not official currency. Thus, they were never mass circulated. Survivors are collector items today. Uncirculated condition and value. Uncirculated or mint state MS. Condition refers to coins that show no signs of wear. Example: an MS63 pewter coin sold for $81,000 at auction. An AU50, about uncirculated, piece, slightly worn, sold for approximately $44,400. The rarity and condition make them historically and monetarily significant. Part 2. The 1776 to 1976 Eisenhower dollar, Bicentennial dollar. History and design. Issued to honor the 200th anniversary of American independence, Congress authorized special bicentennial coins in 1973. The obverse retains President Dwight D. Eisenhower, with dual dating 1776 to 1976, and is the work of designer Frank Gasparo. The reverse, designed by Dennis R. Williams, depicts the Liberty Bell superimposed on the moon, a powerful symbol connecting independence to space-age achievement. Minting, geography, and circulation. Clad versions, copper-nickel, were struck at Philadelphia, no mint mark. Denver, D mint mark. San Francisco, S mint mark. Silver-clad collector versions, 40% silver, were minted only at the San Francisco Mint. Mintage figures, circulation, and collector. Philadelphia clad Type 1, 4019-000. Type 2, 113-318-000. Denver clad Type 1, 21-048-710. Type 2, 82-179-564. San Francisco clad Proof 2,845,450. Type 1, for $1,149,730. Type 2. San Francisco silver, uncirculated 11-000-000. Proof for 000-000. Varieties, Type 1 versus Type 2. Type 1 coins have bold, blocky lettering. Type 2 coins feature thinner, more refined inscriptions, introduced after early strikes showed weak detail. Notably, all silver-clad dollars, collector pieces, retain the Type 1 reverse. Specifications: diameter, 38.1 millimeters. Weight, 22.68 G clad, 24.59 G silver clad. Composition: clad equals copper nickel. Collector equals 40% silver clad outer layers. Copper core. Silver content, 0.3161 troy as pure silver. Edge reeded. Mint mark location, above the date on obverse. Uncirculated condition and value. Uncirculated MS, silver dollars commonly range from $10 to $30 in value, depending on grade. Graded values for an S mint mark silver dollar: XF45, $13, MS60, $16, MS65, $26, MS68, up to $2.10. Some rare errors, like no S mint mark on a silver proof, can be exceptionally valuable. One such coin, graded PR66, reportedly valued at $850,000. Common error types include off-center strikes, double dies, filled mint marks, and debris errors. Values vary accordingly. Narrative script long form. Opening scene. In 1776, as the American colonies declared independence, Benjamin Franklin brought his wit and wisdom to a small silver object, the continental currency dollar, etched with sundial, the motto Fugio, mind your business, and a chain of 13 links, an enduring symbol of unity among the new states. Though likely not an official currency, these pewter and exceedingly rare brass and silver strikes evoke a turning point in nationhood. Less than 6,000 made it into existence, and far fewer survive today. In pristine mint state MS63 condition, a pewter example fetched $81,000 at auction, proof that history and scarcity are priceless. Fast forward to 1976. The Bicentennial of American independence inspired a celebration in coin form. The U.S. Mint launched a public design contest. A 22-year-old art student, Dennis R. Williams, captured imaginations with a Liberty Bell hovering before the moon, a timeless emblem of past, present, and progress. The Eisenhower dollar, already in circulation, was reborn with the dual dates 1776 to 1976, and Gasparo's portrait of Ike offered continuity with the national image. These coins, some clad for daily use, some 40% silver clad for collectors, were struck at Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, silver versions only at SF. Combined mintage numbered in the hundreds of millions, yet the bounty didn't dull the coin's patriotic resonance. Collectors still chase uncirculated bicentennial dollars, on copper-nickel clad. Even common examples graded MS60, MS65 might be worth $16 to $26, with pristine MS68 specimens reaching $210. On silver-clad versions, especially rare errors like a missing mint mark proof, values can skyrocket. One such rarity is estimated at around $850,000. Summary table. Coin type history and geography circulation, uncirculated value highlights. 1776 continental currency dollar designed by Franklin, likely struck in New York. Pewter / brass / silver never circulated. Token like MS63 pewter, $81,000, 50 Australian dollars, $44 for 100. 1776 to 1976, Eisenhower dollar bicentennial design. Minted at Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco circulating, and collector version silver-clad MS65, $26, MS68, $210. Rare errors much higher. Let me know if you'd like to explore coin grading standards, auctions, error varieties, or want this story adapted into a script for a YouTube video or documentary-style narration. I'd be happy to help tailor it further. Here's a visual showcase of the United Kingdom's 5 pence coins from 1990 and 1992. You'll see both the 1990 small type and 1992 small type examples, featuring the classic crown thistle reverse and Queen Elizabeth II's third effigy on the obverse. Historical and geographical context. The 5 pence coin was introduced as part of decimalization in 1968, initially matching the old shilling in size and value. It circulated alongside pre-decimal shillings until 1990, when a revision replaced the larger coins. After a 1987 review, the Royal Mint launched a smaller version of the 5p in June 1990. This change aimed to modernize coinage and reduce production costs. Though the old, large 5p coins and shillings were demonetized by end of 1990, collectible versions appeared in mint sets, proof sets, and silver issues that year. The 1992 coin continued using the smaller size and standard design featuring Queen Elizabeth II and the crown thistle. Specifications and design details. 1990 small 5p coin. Attribute details. Diameter 18.00 millimeters. Weight 3.25 g. Thickness almost equals 1.70 mm. Composition copper-nickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel. Obverse Queen Elizabeth II, third portrait by Raphael Maklauf. Effigy with diadem and pearls. Reverse Crown Thistle by Christopher Ironside. Edge milled. Notable mintage and special issues. Circulation, 1.6349 billion coins struck. Brilliant uncirculated mint set, 102,606 pieces. Proof set, 79,052. Silver proof set, 35,000 pieces. Silver pied fort, thicker silver version, 20,000 minted. 1992 small 5p coin. Attribute details. Diameter 18.00 millimeters. Weight 3.25 g. Thickness almost equals 1.70 mm. Composition copper nickel. Obverse Queen Elizabeth II, Raphael Maclauf. Reverse Crown Thistle by Christopher Ironside. Edge milled. Mintage. Circulation for 53.17 million coins. These coins all originate from the Royal Mint, Lanchester, Wales, the primary minting facility for UK circulation coins. Circulation and legacy. Both the 1990 and 1992 small 5p coins remain legal tender, valid for transactions up to £5. Starting in 2013, the Royal Mint initiated withdrawals of older copper-nickel coins, replacing them with nickel-plated steel versions. However, the older coins remain legal tender. A broader coin size reduction trend centered around the 1990s. 1990, 5p coin reduced in size. 1992, 10p coin reduced in size. Summary, 1990 versus 1992 at a glance. 1990. Introduction of the smaller 5p, extremely high mintage, collectible mint and proof sets, including silver issues. 1992. Continuing the smaller format with large but significantly lower mintage, primarily circulated, though attractive to collectors. Would you like a more dramatized, long script, style narration, perhaps for use in presentation or video, blending these details into a storytelling format? Feel free to let me know, and I'd be happy to craft it. Here's an image showcasing the classic British 5 pence coin, featuring Queen Elizabeth II and the Crown Thistle design. That's quite representative of the 1990 to 2008 era. Complete overview of the UK 5 pence coin, 1968 present. 1. Historical context and geography. Introduced on April 23, 1968 as part of preparing for decimalization, decimal day. February 15, 1971. The 5p coin replaced a shilling and initially circulated alongside it. Size change occurred in June 1990. The coin was reduced in diameter from 23.6 millimeters to 18 millimeters and weight from 5.65 g to 3.25 g. The larger coins were demonetized on December 31, 1990. 2. Design elements. Reverse 1968 to 2008 A Crown Thistle, designed by Christopher Ironside. The inscription changed from New Pence 1968 to 1981 to 5 pence 1982 to 2008. Obverse Monarch's Portraits 1968 to 1984. Mackin portrait with Girl of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. 1985 to 1997. Raphael Maclauf portrait, Queen with state diadem. 1998 to 2015. Ian Rank Broadley portrait, more mature depiction, tiara, IRB. 2015 onwards, Jody Clark. 2015 to 2022, followed by new portraits, including those of Charles III, 2023. Redesign of reverse. From 2008 Matthew Dent's design, showing parts of the royal shield, replacing the traditional thistle and removal of beading. 3. Mintage figures, selected years. According to official data, here's a breakdown of minted coins per year. Year mintage circulation. Commentary. 1991,634,976,005. First year of small coin issue. 1991, 724,979,000. 1992, 453,173,500. 1993, 0, but in proof/boost sets. 1994, 93,602,000. 1995, 183,384,000. 1996, 302,902,000. 1997, 236,596,000. 1998, 217,376,000. 1999, 195,490,000. 2000, 388,512,000. These figures reflect coins minted for general circulation. For circulated versus uncirculated condition. Circulated. These coins are used in daily transactions and naturally show wear. Uncirculated/brilliant uncirculated. BU often sold in mint sets. BU examples retain full luster and lack wear. Example BU premiums. In pound 1996 to 2000 typical BU value, rated around £1, slightly higher for older types. Proof/mint set variants. Lower mintage special sets offer coins with sharp detail and superior finish. For instance, 1999, proof/stamp coins 80,000, BU mint sets 136,000. 1996, BU sets 86,500, proof sets 67,500, silver proof 0.925 fine 15,000. 1990, switch to smaller size, Maclauf obverse, Thistle reverse. 1991 to 1997, continued small coins, Maclauf until 1997, then ranked broadly from 1998. 1996, high mintage 302.9 million, available in circulation and special sets. 1999, moderate mintage 195.5 million, material copper nickel, ranked broadly obverse, classic Thistle reverse, BU and proof variants with modest additional value. 2000, large circulation run, 388.5 million, thereafter approaching redesign transition in 2008. Geography, produced by the Royal Mint Lanterson in the UK, used exclusively in the UK. Circulation, always legal tender up to £5, but everyday use coins oftentimes heavily circulated and low in collector value unless in BU or proof condition. Collectability. Key factors include condition, BU/proof versus circulated, portrait type and year, especially low mintage or set-only years. Let me know if you'd like a similar deep dive into specific years outside this range, variations, or collector valuations. The 1990 United Kingdom 5p coin is notable for its high mintage and distinct design features. Here's a comprehensive overview. Name, 5 pence, 5p. Year, 1990. Material, copper nickel. Diameter, 18.00 millimeters. Weight, 3.25 grams. Edge, milled. Obverse. Third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Raphael Maclauf. Reverse. Designed by Christopher Ironside, featuring a crown thistle. Total mintage. Approximately 1,634,976,005 coins were minted for circulation in 1990. Uncirculated BU mintage. 181,658 coins were struck for brilliant uncirculated sets. Proof sets included in annual proof sets, with some coins issued in silver. The 1995p coin is considered common due to its high mintage. However, coins in uncirculated or proof condition may hold higher value among collectors. These coins were issued for circulation across the United Kingdom, including England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. They were also included in annual proof sets distributed internationally to collectors. Circulated coins generally hold face value, unless in exceptional condition. Uncirculated BU coins may command a premium over face value, especially if obtained from annual sets. Proof coins, typically the most valuable, particularly those issued in limited quantities or special editions. Obverse features a third definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Raphael Maclauf, introduced in 1985. Reverse depicts a crown thistle, symbolizing Scotland, designed by Christopher Ironside. The 1995p coin was part of the United Kingdom's decimal coinage system, which was introduced in 1971. The design and specifications of the coin have remained relatively consistent since its introduction. Here's a close-up of the 1988 Roosevelt dime, striking yet familiar, ideal for a long-form script that delves deep into its history, production, and nuances. One Dime 1988, a complete history and geography deep dive. Honoring FDR, the Roosevelt dime replaced a Mercury dime in 1946, honoring President Franklin D. Roosevelt after his 1945 passing. Designed by John R. Cynic, the obverse front features FDR's left-facing bust, while the reverse displays a torch Liberty, flanked by olive, peace, and oak strength branches. Physical specs. Weight, 2.27 g. Diameter, 17.91 mm. Composition, copper nickel-clad outer layer, 75% Cu, 25% Ni, core pure copper. Edge, reeded 118 reeds. Philadelphia, piece struck 1 030 550 000 coins. Notably, 1988 marked the first year since 1967 that Philadelphia exceeded 1 billion dimes. Production capacity soared with new presses, improved order systems, and electronic networks. San Francisco issued only 3 262 948 as proof coins for collectors. These were not meant for circulation. Circulation versus total. Combined, Philadelphia and Denver struck nearly 2 billion circulation dimes, while total mintage including proofs was about 1.996 billion. Production context and geographical significance. Technological leap. The Philadelphia Mint saw significant modernization in 1988, adding high-speed presses, LAN networks, CD-ROM storage, and email, resulting in extraordinary production efficiency and output quality. Distribution footprint. Most 1988 P and 1988 D dimes ended up in general circulation across the U.S. Meanwhile, the 1988 S proofs were distributed via collector sets. Some may surface in pocket change, but are rare. Circulation history and value, uncirculated versus proof. Circulated pieces, most remain at face value, 10 cents. Uncirculated condition, MS Plus limited premium. U.S. coin book estimates, $2.76 for P and $2.70 for D in mint condition. High grade rarity. In exceptional grades like MS67 with full band FB or MS68 Plus, these coins are extremely rare and highly prized. PCGS record the sale of a 1988 DMS 68 Plus for $352. Proof value, typically valued around $4.91 in proof condition. Circulated proofs, occasionally cracked out proofs enter circulation, but true circulation of these remain scant. Error types, notably for 1988, P include off-center strikes, clip planchets, broad strikes, filled dies, and die clashes. Estimated error value. Depending on severity, these can fetch between $5 to $30 or more for especially dramatic examples. To craft a long-form script, you can structure it like this. Intro. Set the historical stage. Post-World War II U.S. FDR's legacy. Coin redesign. Design breakdown. Describe the obverse and reverse. Symbolic meaning. Specs. Mint locations and numbers. Explore the P, D, and S mints. Production scale and geography. Minting technology. Highlight Philadelphia Mint's 1988 upgrades and production surge. Circulation story. Follow the coin from mint to pockets. How many remain? Where proofs ended up. Collectors and values. Differentiate values based on grade. Explain rarity of high-grade common issues versus proofs. Errors and intrigue. Detail common errors and how they alter value. Conclusion. Reflect on what the 1988 dime reveals about modern minting, technology, and collecting trends. Design FDR on obverse. Torch plus branches on reverse. Cynic design. Specs 2.27 G, 17.91 millimeters. CUNI clad, reeded edge. Philadelphia 1.03 be minted. Major tech upgrades in 88. Denver 962M minted. Mass circulation. San Francisco 3.3M proofs. Collector only. Circulation P and D face value, unless MS. Proofs rare and change. Values UNCP, $2.76D, $2.70. Proof S, $4.91. Errors off-center, clipped, etc. Can be $5 to $30 plus. High grades MS68 plus FB 1988. D sold at $352. If you like, I can draft a narrative script or scene breakdown based on the structure or focusing on any section. Just say the word. Here's a detailed narrative-style script presenting the complete history, geography, and circulation information of the 1997 Roosevelt dime, one dime. I've structured it chronologically and thematically so it reads smoothly like a long-form piece. Title: The 1997 Roosevelt Dime, a detailed journey through history, geography, and circulation. Introduction. In 1997, the United States Mint struck one of its most familiar coins, the Roosevelt dime. Though often overlooked in daily transactions, this small silver-toned coin represents a rich tapestry of design history, minting geography, material science, and collector appeal. Let's explore its complete story. 1. A heritage in design and symbolism. The Roosevelt dime, featuring the late President Franklin D. Roosevelt, replaced the Mercury dime in 1946. Designed by Chief Engraver John R. Sinek, the obverse showcases Roosevelt's profile, accompanied by the motto, "In God We Trust," and the designer's initials JS at the neck base. On the reverse, Sinek crafted a symbolic depiction, a central torch symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch piece and an oak branch, strength/independence. The placement, set within a plain rim, displays the inscriptions United States of America and one dime, along with E pluribus unum between them. 2. Composition and physical specs. Since the silver devaluation in 1965, Roosevelt dimes have maintained a consistent clad composition. A pure copper core clad with outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel, yielding a coin that's 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel. Specifications consistent for 1997 issues. Diameter, 17.91 mm. Thickness, 1.35 mm. Weight, 2.268 grams. Edge, reeded. 3. Geographical Minting Overview, 1997. In 1997, the dime was produced at 3 U.S. mint facilities, each with a distinct role. Mint mark type mintage. Philadelphia P circulating clad, 991,640,000. Denver D circulating clad, 979,810,000. San Francisco S proof sets, clad in 90% silver, 2,055,000 proof clad, and 741,678 silver proof. Totals reflect nearly 2.0 billion circulation dimes, plus the proof specimens intended for collectors. 4. Circulation versus collector use. Philadelphia and Denver dimes were mass-struck and released into everyday commerce. Common coins encountered in change across America. San Francisco proof dimes, both clad and silver versions, were not meant for circulation. Instead, they were carefully struck and packaged for collectors. 5. Rarity and collector insights. Though most 1997 Roosevelt dimes are common in circulation, their value can vary based on condition. Common in grades up to AU, about uncirculated. Gem mint state, MS65 and above. Specimens command higher value due to rarity and attractive finish. Proof coins, especially those with deep cameo contrast or graded at PR 69/70ths, are more coveted. Special interest items include those with band detail on the torch, full band's designation, or any die errors. While no major errors are widely known for 1,997 dimes, collectors guardedly screen for potential misprints like off-center strikes or die cracks. 6. Broader historical and numismatic context. The Roosevelt dime honors President Roosevelt in part due to his association with the March of Dimes Polio Foundation, established in 1938. The dime's longevity, dating back to 1796, and the shift from silver to copper-nickel clad in 1965 reflect changes in economic demands and materials availability. In modern minting, a die creation technique called single squeeze hubbing has sometimes introduced anomalies known as wavy steps or trails, though such errors on a 1997 dime are rare but plausible. 7. Narrative flow script format. You can use this structure to craft your script. Opening. Let me tell you about a humble but enduring piece of American history, the 1997 Roosevelt dime. From its timeless design symbols to its journey through different mints. Design and symbolism. Describe the meaning of the torch, olive, and oak, plus Roosevelt's depiction and JS initials. Physical details. Cover composition, size, weight. Mention the clad nature post 1965. Mint geography. Walk through each mint PDS. Quantities seduced, who got them, public versus collectors. Circulation and rarity. Contrast everyday coins with proof sets. Note higher value grades and what makes certain specimens special. Historical ties. Connect the dime to March of Dimes and Roosevelt's legacy. Speak on the coin's evolution and its place in modern numismatics. Conclusion. Sum up the dime's dual nature as a workhorse of commerce and a small, treasured artifact for collectors. Design. Feature-rich, symbolism-laden work by John R. Cynic. Composition. Copper, nickel-clad post-1965 standard. Mints and production. Philadelphia, P991.6 million. Denver, D979.8 million. San Francisco, S2.05 million clad proof plus 741. 678 silver proof. Circulation P and D were for everyday use. S were for collectors. Collector value. Grip for MS65 plus. Deep cameo proofs. Some band/full bands interest. Rare errors. Historical context. Ties to March of Dimes. Coinage evolution post 1965. Ongoing minting technology shifts. Let me know if you like expansion on any particular angle, such as minting techniques, value appraisal, or how to narrate this from a storytelling perspective.